Honestly, Bernie Mac has some fine love interests on them shows, bro. He has some fine love interests on them shows, man.
What's the one he had on Soul Plane? I think it was. No, it wasn't Soul Plane.
He wasn't on Soul Plane. He wasn't on Soul Plane.
I couldn't even tell you, bro.
Yeah, it was him and Samuel T. Jackson. Yeah.
What you mean, Soul Men?
Soul Men?
Soul Man. My bad.
This man said Soul Plane. You is
I don't think I've seen Soul Plane, bro.
I think he was on Soul Plane, low key. Now I think about it. Wasn't he in First Class?
He was walking. Is that him? He was walking to the train or whatever and was smacking people. Is that Soul Plane?
No, that's Head of State.
That's Head of State. That's
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah, you should know before anybody. I do not watch black movies, bro.
This is what I get for being on a podcast with two half.
Hey, neither one of us have.
Are you sure?
Hey, neither one of us have.
Both of y'all giving a very African. Y'all giving African American right now. You know. I mean, listen. I'ma just say. Never mind. I ain't gonna say. Actually, I'ma say it because she know I love her, and y'all know I love y'all as a couple. Y'all know I love y'all as a unit. All I'm gonna say is this: a light-skinned man, dark-skinned woman. I mean, sure. A dark-skinned man, light-skinned woman. Sure. Two light-skinned people be up to nefarious deeds.
Ain't neither one of us mixed, bro.
I'm watching y'all because y'all up to something nefarious. Y'all think y'all got us fooled. Like, oh, we just go to DreamCons and love each other. We just be going to these little conventions. You can't fool me.
Probably neither one of them. I don't think she's seen Soul. Okay, we ain't never talked about it. I can guarantee you she ain't seen Soul Plane.
I know for a fact if I walked into y'all crib one day at random, somebody gonna be staring at the window, petting the cat, just rubbing the cat, coming up with a nefarious scheme. Because two light-skinned folks together, two light-skinned folks together, I know something's up. I know what I know. But fellas, we got a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on in the world. But you know what? We're gonna talk about some sports today because we want to talk about something fun. We want to talk about something exciting. And damn it, the election season ain't over yet, so we still got to see in every other commercial, she cares about they, them, he cares about us. Oh my God, so we gonna tell y'all everything about the NBA season. We gonna talk. By the way, Griffey's was one of the most iconic shoes that never got their love properly.
That's like people never slept on shoe.
Hey.
Do y'all remember the Air Swoops? I know a lot of people ain't rock with it because they're a women's shoe, but look at the Air Swoops. Them tough. I want a pair to this day.
I don't remember that.
Bro, when I tell y'all audience, Gibbs and his Griffies, you
watch out. Watch out, bro.
It was two things for certain that Cass Tech. Gibbs was gonna have on a pony, and he was gonna have on some Griffies. That's two things you do for sure at Cass Tech.
Here we go. See, you see how I get treated on this show, and this is why we not invite no more African Americans on this show. It's too many of you. Already.
Not just saying we not like us.
I'm just, we don't want to hear you say, never mind. Anyway, speaking of music, we got to talk about one album that we will listen to whenever. We got to talk about the NBA because their players sitting out. Bronny's apparently getting in. We got to talk some predictions and award guesses. Oh, and by the way, some guy, DeAndre Skipkins or Jumpkins or Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins is now a Kansas City Chief. What is going on in the world? But we got a lot to show. Y'all ready to get into it?
I'm ready for it.
Yes, sir.
All righty. Well, what's up, y'all? Have a seat. It's your favorite hour of the week with the Facts Over Acts crew. We got the master, the mix and master, Josh Guyton in the building.
That is I.
We got the money man, the man of the plan, Chris Allen in the building.
Right here.
And then you got the little old MC, that's me, Kenton Gibbs. Now, folks, I'm going to start this thing off right, okay? One album that we can listen to at any moment, no hesitation, no thought about it, no second. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care how I'm feeling, if I'm good, if I'm bad, if I'm going through a heartbreak, if I'm in love, if I'm rich, if I'm poor, turn that blonde on. Turn that Blind by Frank Ocean on. Put it on the flow immediately, and I'm going to sing every word to it. I'm going to sing every word. I don't give a damn what nobody's saying. Blind by Frank Ocean, one of the greatest albums of all time. Even if it's his last album, damn it, we appreciate you for it, brother, because that was amazing. Josh, what you got?
I was thinking about it because I listen to a lot of music. It's a couple directions I could have went with this. I'm going College Dropout.
Bro, that's a good one.
I'm going College Dropout just because not only is it a great album, but College Dropout is also the first hip hop album I listened to because I know a lot of people our age, like they parents did. College Dropout came out, we were like 8. So a lot of people, parents didn't allow them to like really listen to rap at that age. But I grew up in a household that as long as your grades was good and the chores was done, you could listen to whatever, you could watch whatever. So that's like, I listened to rap before that, but that's like the first rap album I listened to that like resonated with me.
Man, that little poet that never let me down. I said, hold on. Hold on. What you mean when you open your mouth, a touch of God rains out? Hold on, brother. Hold on. Because you're spitting. You're definitely spitting, and I love it. Chris, what is your one album? You don't got to be in no type of, it don't matter. You can listen to it whenever.
I ain't gonna hold y'all. Please excuse me for being antisocial. Roddy Ricch first debut album.
That's a good one.
Start to finish is heat.
That's a good one.
Heat. I'm mad he fell off after that one, but that album to this day, I could listen to every song on there and it would be like no drop off.
I would like for Roddy Ricch to understand something, okay? In the song War Baby, which I believe was the last song.
That's the last song, yeah.
He said, and I quote, "We was hopping out in broad day," right? We was hopping out in broad day, okay? And the first song on the album, he said, "My big bro behind bars fighting how much? 200 years.
200 something.
Why do you think people wasn't jumping out in broad day, Roddy?" Now look at you, your brother. And I'm gonna tell you something. You don't fight 200 years. 200 years just whoop your ass. That's all 200 years gonna do. You don't fight 200 years. That's not a battle. That's you getting jumped relentlessly, and that's what that is. You know. So I think we got a good start to the show. I think we got a great start to the show, and we talking about teams who are hoping to start the season off great in the NBA, fellas. The Celtics look like a god squad right now. They look like they are coming back to back like Aubrey and what was it? 16 when he was beefing with me? 15, 16?
That was 16. That was 16.
16.
Yeah.
They going back to back, it looked like, because I'll tell you, on night one, if it wasn't for them white boys missing everything except the kitchen sink in terms of the end of the game shooting threes, the Celtics would have broke the record for threes, and now they're dominating again. The Lakers come out with a close win, and Bronny gets in the game. I mean, it's a whole lot going on right now. There's an argument as to whether or not the Knicks and the Timberwolves got worse from that trade. Fellas, what are y'all thinking looking at the early season so far? We know everybody hasn't even played yet, but what are y'all thinking seeing what's going on so far?
Early in the season, I think that is going to be a case of the rich getting richer. And I know last season we got a little taste of basically the old guard stepping out of the shadow. And I think stepping into this season, we're going to see a lot more younger teams step up. And it's going to be even tougher for those veteran teams to their window is not all the way closed. It's not nailed shut, but it's only a little breeze coming through that window.
Okay. All right. Chris, what you think of watching these early season games, man?
I'm not gonna hold you. The Celtics look scary. Let me point out something to the audience, right? Let me point out. Kristaps Porzingis did not play. Okay. The Celtics still did not have their starting five that, when healthy, averaged almost 20 a game and also almost 3 blocks a game. Okay. And he wasn't even there. Drew Holiday doesn't even look like he took a step defensively back. And Drew Holiday just turned 37.
I was just about to say,
Al Horford is still serviceable at 38. Al Horford,
I thought Al Horford retired during the offseason.
Yeah, I thought he was sworn. I remember he announced his retirement.
No.
Am I tripping?
No.
I feel like he announced his retirement. Like, I know he came back, but like, wow.
No.
Anywho, Proceed, Chris.
Al Horford is probably the second oldest behind LeBron James. Still looks serviceable. And you mean to tell me that if they didn't to put in the bench, they might have scored, they hit the 3-point record on day one? Tatum almost flirted with a triple-double early in the half. He fell off on the rebounds, but 40, 11, and 5? Like, come on, man. Like, the Celtics look scary good. And we're going to go over to the Suns the Timberwolves and the Knicks. But the Knicks got a big piece, right? And I'm going to say this. When you get a big piece, especially as big as Cat, as much as he brings offensively, and he has to find his footing defensively, he's never been like a lockdown defender. Can he play defense? Yes, when he feels like it. But him getting integrated in that Tibbs system, which he struggled with when he was in Minnesota with Tibbs, it's going to be a little while before we see the Knicks gel. They're going to have a rocky start to the season. And Mikal Bridges, what happened to you? Like, at one point when Mikal Bridges was in Phoenix, he was looking like he could be the third option on a championship team.
Yeah.
You know what Mikal Bridges did?
The side of a barn.
Mikal Bridges, you ever had a jumper that's working for you on 2K and that patch come out and you stop hitting your jumper and you go find a whole new jumper?
This brother said he treated real life like 2K. That is insane.
He's like the biggest screen window on YouTube.
Brother said he's at set shot 8 right now. Yikes. Yeah.
Drew Holiday made it tough for Brunson. I don't see Brunson struggling that much going forward. Brunson's still going to get his. He just went against probably the best perimeter defender in the league in Drew Holiday. So I think the Knicks the verdict's still out on that. And I could visibly see that the Timberwolves got worse, though. I can visibly see that the Timberwolves got worse. And here's why. In a close game, right, against the Lakers, Rob Dillingham wasn't even serviceable, right? Where you didn't even put him in the game. Right? And Rob Dillingham was what pick of theirs, Gibbs? Or Guyton, you probably know off the top of your head. What pick was Rob Dillingham?
He was 7th, I believe. No, actually, San Antonio drafted him at 7th and then traded him to Minnesota.
And traded him to Minnesota.
Yeah.
This is so interesting to hear. If only somebody could have said the Timberwolves got worse. If only somebody would have said, oh man, the Timberwolves got a lot worse from this trade. Did we not say that the lanes were going to be congested?
I was on the other end.
Oh no,
I said the Timberwolves would be better because Randall gives them another option to run and gun with. But I saw how quickly I was wrong on that. So I listen. It's all about forgiveness in this day. Okay. I'm sorry. I forgot Julius Randle ain't played basketball in over 7 months. I'm sorry. I forgot who Julius Randle was. I'm gonna put it in words of Shaq. I wasn't familiar with his game.
I'm very familiar with Julius's game. I'm very familiar. And I knew exactly what was going to happen. I could have smelt this coming from Anthony Edwards. Congratulations. You ever been flued out to shock trauma? You're in hell, brother. You're in hell. That's where y'all. That's what's going on there. But in all seriousness, the biggest thing I'll take away from watching these first couple of games, I didn't think anybody outside of the Celtics looked really, really impressive.
Yeah,
I really didn't. I think that the Lakers are doing some interesting things. I think that they'll be better now with a head coach that's actually interested in doing some actual sets and whatnot, and it's very, very much so movement based and whatnot. I think that's going to be great for them. But I think that there is a youth movement coming in. And my second one, y'all gonna hate me for it, because I keep believing in this team and they keep letting me down every year. Monty Williams needs to be arrested. He needs to seriously be arrested. Like, I'm not joking when I say it.
Yeah.
The way Jay Ivey cooked in the preseason, I said, wait a minute, bro. What?
It's not even the fact that Jay Ivey cooked. It's the fact that the Pistons had spacing. That was the first time I saw the Pistons have spacing in like 3 seasons.
Josh, this is the part that pissed me off, because everybody keep telling me, Ken, it's just the preseason, it don't matter. Okay, I understand. So if it's the preseason and it don't matter, Killian Hayes was getting minutes over Ivy last year, correct? Am I correct there, fellas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did Killian Hayes do this preseason?
He got cut by Brooklyn.
He got cut.
This man couldn't make it through the time that y'all said doesn't even matter. And he was playing over a guy that looks like he's an all-star. He probably shouldn't even be out there this year.
Yep.
Are y'all okay? Is everything all right at home? Are y'all doing the chili pea from Breaking Bad? I am telling you, that amount of coaching malpractice, that's serious. It's shameful. It's embarrassing. It's a moment that everybody should look back at as like, that's one of the worst things that we've ever seen. And a moment that's being treated like one of the worst things we've ever seen. Bron and Bronny James, first father and son to ever suit up in an NBA game together. Fellas, people are making a big deal about this, either positively or negatively. What are y'all thinking when y'all look at that?
I mean, you talking about a person that got his son in the NBA. That's the first ever father-son duo we seen in the NBA that played at the exact same time. I understand, like, y'all know me way before I was a person that could admit I was wrong. When y'all met me, I was a very opinionated, I wouldn't call myself a man yet, but I was a very opinionated teenager.
Very much so. Very much so. You couldn't tell Flat Tops if he was wrong about shit.
About a damn thing. And Brian was a bum in my eyes.
That's Tech D Lord. They don't know about Tech D.
That was before Artie Zip. That was Tech Diesel.
They don't know Tech D Lord. They don't know Tech D.
Bruh, that man would not let you in that KOD, that COD clan if you had less than, like, what was it? Like a 6-1 KD? That man was not
anything less than a 3 KD. I'm not running with you, bro.
Get out. I remember bro said, "Hey, Gibbs, I can play sports games with you. That's it, bro. Your KD is some ass." I'm like, bro, what? Like this.
But even if you one of those people that for some reason you still hate LeBron to the fiber of your being,
right?
I don't understand how you can hate on him finding an opportunity to get his 18, 19-year-old son in the NBA. You hating on the 18, 19-year-old. Now, if you hating on this and you 15, 16, maybe I can see the merit in it.
Absolutely.
Maybe. But at the same time, you're talking about a world, you could call it nepotism, but at the same time, we live in a world that's built off nepotism. You said it's voting season. We live in a world where it's election season, where one of the candidates is where he is based off of nepotism. LeBron plays for a franchise where the family is a part of nepotism.
Can I just ask a question? And maybe I'm the bad guy, but I just want to know. Guyton, you know, like all the draft picks, right? Like that's your thing, right? Like trophies, who won what draft.
I might be on the spectrum a little bit.
If I asked you the last 5 guys who got picked at 55 overall, could you name them?
I know you got Bronny.
Mm-hmm.
And
why are people so upset at 55th? I remember DeMarcus Cousins said, "Oh man, this show the Lakers ain't serious about winning." Because they wasted a 50, man. I can understand if there was like, hey, forget Connect. We're going to take Bronny at number, whatever it was they were drafting in the first round because we really want Bron. I can understand that. Like, hey, you listen, let's not play it crazy now. Let's keep it respectful and in the hand now. A 55th overall pick got y'all acting like this. This is crazy. And then here's the worst thing. And Chris, I'm going to let you finish this thing off. Michelle Beadle sitting up here saying, "I just can't believe this is so embarrassing. It's cringe. It's forced." It's literally on your Wikipedia page that your rich dad got you a job. It's literally, do you know how bad your nepotism has to be for it to be linked in your Wikipedia? For those of you who don't know, there are like thousands of artists, actors, celebrities that they got by because of nepotism. And it's not linked on their Wikipedia. They'll tell you a lot like, oh, this person was doing, they graduated from high school and then they magically ended up on Broadway. Look at that. We don't know how that happened. Do you know how bad it has to be till your wealthy father pulled strings to get you a job? Listen, all I'm saying is this. Simone Richards can't talk about Miss B Nasty and vice versa. Just sit out. Sit out. You know what I mean? Don't sit up here and say, she ain't got no morals. Neither do you, babes. Y'all do the same thing.
Simone Richards a nasty pool. You a top tier gooner, my boy.
This ain't about me. This is all about me. This is not about me. Chris, go ahead and finish this thing off, man. What are you thinking about
listen. Listen, okay, I'm gonna say this, and we might get canceled, but I'm gonna say it anyway. We might get canceled. I'm tired of the women and the comments about this nepotism, right? And I'm not talking about just the basic women. I'm talking about the women that actually know sports, know ball, and they
Josh, cut his mic.
LeBron.
Josh, cut his mic. Cut his mic right now.
I'm gonna let him cut. Let's see where he go.
Here I'm going with this. Right? Here I'm going with this. We live in an era right now, Gibbs, and you know I ain't an avid fan of the show like you, right?
I'm hearing you.
But we living in an era right now where people are deliberately in relationships with full families going on shows like Love Is Blind to get famous and then ride off in the sunset. Okay, is that not more diabolical behavior than me getting my son on my team? Because I'm the greatest basketball player on the earth.
You're not wrong. You're not, okay. You know what? Now I'm following you. Now you cooking right. Now you okay.
Is that not the same? Is that not more diabolical?
I'm not gonna lie. It's like when you see somebody getting ready to cook oxtails, you're like, bro, why is it that big of a pot of boiling water? Why is you putting the onions in the? What are you doing? And then they drop in the oxtail. So I'm following you, Chris. I'm with you.
So y'all watching this reality TV and all that, and you know you doing that and saying, oh, this is a good show, and he looking out for his kid is the problem. You mad he's being a good father? That's what this in question here. Now, if he was a deadbeat, everybody be like, LeBron is this good, but he don't take care of his kids. He just let his kid, because they did that to Jordan. Let's not forget, when the pictures of Jordan's son coming out with the booger sugar, they was like, Jordan failed as a father, divorced. They was on Jordan's head. Was they not?
I mean, he was cooked. Jordan kids was cooked way before that.
100%.
Whenever Eric Gordon gave him 40, that's when it started.
Oh, that was nasty business.
I'm just saying. When Jordan didn't do that for his kids, everybody said Jordan's a bad father. He could have helped his kids more. He could have been his kids' life more. And now we got somebody doing what you wanted Jordan to do, and it's nepotism. The word nepotism getting thrown around.
I think that the gambling degenerate behaviors was why he was a bad father, but that's neither here nor there. More power to him. Hey, listen. All I'm saying is we got some gambling degenerates on this show. So if Prize Picks, FanDuel, MGM, one of them want to come sponsor us real quick, we wouldn't be upset at that. We wouldn't be upset at that at all. But now, you know what messes with lines a lot? When players decide to sit out. We already know that Embiid is sitting out back-to-backs, but there's also allegedly rumors that not only are we looking at Kawhi Leonard potentially doing the same thing, there's rumors that Paul George may also be in the sit-out back-to-back crew. Fellas, has this gotten out of hand?
Yes. And I'm not even about to try to sugarcoat it. Go ahead.
I would say, yeah. I mean, like you getting paid millions to play the game of basketball. Like, I mean, now this is gonna be a trend, right? If let's just say hypothetically the Sixers, right? They win a title and because they followed this method, right? Let's just say hypothetically. I know there ain't no way in hell they win a title, but let's just say hypothetically they win a title. Yeah, we'll pretend, right? Who's to say that the next team that has two All-Stars says, okay, we got a young All-Star and we got two other All-Stars that they just won a championship because of low management, right? We've seen Kawhi do it in the past. Maybe that's the key to success. We go get these guys that can't stay healthy, but they All-Star level talent. and we decide to rest them. Mm-hmm. This is nothing but bad news. There's nothing but bad news, especially if they come out on top of this.
Here's my thing, Chris. Here's my problem. We already saw it with the Raptors, and everybody thinks they can do it. And I'm going to tell y'all like this. In the words of one Sean Carter, MF is saying they made Hov say, okay, so make another Hov. You know why nobody's made another Hov yet, Chris? They don't have the recipe. The Raptors were on the brink, and they needed a closer. They needed that one guy that could make that one shot in that one moment, which they showed against the 76ers, oddly enough. That game, that series came down to, can Kawhi get a bucket in this tough moment? And he did. He did. It might have bounced around the rim a little bit, but it went in. But they had the infrastructure in place. Y'all think the Sixers got the infrastructure in place to do this?
Not even close.
Also, it's becoming too ubiquitous because why the hell is Paul George allegedly also in this way? What has Paul Christopher George done to warrant this? What are you doing? What?
Now, I don't mean to sound like a quote-unquote old head, and I can't even sound like an old head because the people that we're talking about are older than me. Joel Embiid and Paul George are older than we are.
Right.
These players soft.
Soft as hell.
These players soft.
Charmin soft.
And I say it soft from a perspective of I was once upon a time, like I was battling between like maybe these guys not soft, maybe they have these nagging injuries, maybe they have long lasting effects from playing a sport, which is something that's going to happen. I got arthritis in my knees for playing catcher for 12 years. Mm-hmm. That's not even on a professional level. That's something that's going to happen when you play sports.
Right.
You know what you signed up for. And I could say if this was a thing that happened in sports all around, then maybe, yeah, but we grew up in an era where we saw dudes knees messed up and they getting their knees drained before the game. They put on a knee brace, they go out and hoop.
Yeah.
We seen Cole's finger get broken in the middle of the game. They popped it back into place. It was like, all right, we about to go ahead and finish this game. That's a part of the game. All
somebody said,
sports at some level.
Hey guys, somebody said, look at Kenny knees on TNT. That'll tell the story about
people. But you know what Kenny got that Paul George and Embiid don't?
A ring.
He got two of them.
Two of them. Shout out to Hakeem the Dream. Shout out to Hakeem. But in all seriousness, I understand why guys like Paul, like the big ticket KG, Richard Jefferson, all those guys are screaming, just play the damn games, because you have more recovery technology than ever. You have more things working in your favor than ever. The NBA is intentionally not scheduling as many back-to-backs as they used to in ways that used to not be the case. They've extended out the time period that the season covers, if I am correct here, Guyton. Is that not a thing that happened?
Correct.
They extended out the season window so that there would be more rest between games. What more do y'all want, man? This game is not meant to be played for forever. I get it. Bron has changed what everybody thinks in terms of longevity. There's only one Bron. He's the only one. All of y'all would not have 20-year prosperous careers. You might as well give it all you got while you can, because let's just be honest, I would not be surprised if in a year and a half, maybe even this year, Joel Embiid started to hit that mold where we look at him and we're like, oh, this ain't the old Embiid no more. This ain't, just because of the injuries. And the way that he picks up and loses weight, I could easily see a world where we're like, oh man, this ain't the Embiid that we know and love. Go ahead.
I got a question though. Have we officially deemed LeBron out of his prime?
Yeah, I would say he's well out of his prime. Yeah.
Are we sure though? Like, and this is, I bring this up because you brought up longevity. Are we sure because he just played with the best of the best at the U.S. Olympic team, right?
Yes, he did, and he did carry that.
He was unanimously voted as the best player on that team. right?
Yeah.
Unanimously voted as the best player on that team. And I'm not up here to be the biggest Brian lover there is. I'm just giving out the statistics, right? He also has still finished in top 10 in MVP voting over the last 7 years since he's been healthy.
I mean,
Are we sure LeBron is out of his prime? Are we definite that like
he's out of his prime. He might
I was
not
just
be
about
out
to
of the
say,
prime for an average NBA player. But he's out of his prime.
It's different. It's
he's
like
still averaging 25, 7, and 7 though.
All right, Chris, let me put this in terms you can understand. It's like seeing a 65-year-old Lisa Ray. You see what I'm saying? 65-year-old Lisa Ray is still Lisa Ray. It's still Lisa. You get me?
Just 65.
He's just 65. This look a little different than 35-year-old Lisa Ray. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, but we could count on our hand in a season how many games LeBron goes without a dunk on one hand.
Right? I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
I mean,
if the argument is LeBron or is he not playing at a high level, I would argue yes. If we're saying, hey, I'm not even argue, that's easily yes. If somebody's saying, hey, is LeBron a top 10 player in the game right now? Like literally right now, if you said, hey, just this season, based on the information you have, do you believe he'll be a top 10 player? I'd say yes, no problem. But again, if we're talking about is this version of LeBron, could this version of LeBron keep up with 30-year-old LeBron? Keep up with that second year on the Heat LeBron? Bron was moving different that year. He was doing stuff that I was just like.
Defensively, yes. Defensively too. I mean, yeah. But I mean, even now, if you look at that game, LeBron picked up Ant-Man when he got going. LeBron still checked the best player on the other team when he got going.
Agreed.
And listen, I'm not saying, hey, LeBron. See, here's the thing. I'm not one of those guys who's like, oh, LeBron is just taking a step back just for kicks and giggles, and he's taking a step back. No. I'm saying when you watch him move around that court, he is smarter now. He is more decisive with his movement and all that, so it looks a lot better. But I'm saying if you saw what I saw, you, Chris, you were there. You were there.
I was there. I was front row.
You were there when that man was doing what he was doing on those Heat teams. The first time that he shot 40% from deep, I said, wait, hold on. This is not, I said to myself, he can't do this over a full season. His second year with the Heat, 56% from the field, 40% from deep. Chris, that man was moving like a psychopath. I don't
even think that's his best year. His 2018 was his best year to me. 2018 was his best year to me.
That's interesting. I think
2018 was like,
that was really
like I mean, Jordan Clarkson was his starting point guard, and he went to the finals.
Now, I mean, I think that playoffs was his best performance, but either way you cut or slice it, do you think that this version of LeBron is as good as either of those were? I'd say.
I mean, no,
I'd say he can give it to you.
That don't mean to me you out of prime though. You out of your prime because the numbers, statistically speaking, his numbers ain't dropped off that much.
I mean, it goes back to that old what's that guy's name? I can't remember it right now. It's eluding me. It's a country music singer, and he made a song that said, "I ain't as good as I once was, but I'll be as good once as I ever was." And that's where LeBron is right now. I don't think that LeBron is not the same guy he was defensively. I don't think he can be that guy every night. When he was with the Heat, every night you knew.
Right.
Oh, whoever their best player is, that man with the receding hairline from Akron, he's coming. He's coming. You and him, mano a mano. Y'all are going to have that talk all night long. Now, he could do that to Ant in game 1, sure. You think in game 30 he's doing that? Come on. No, he's not. You and I both know he's not. It's not going to be the case, bro.
Somebody said Vanderbilt still in street clothes.
I want him arrested. I want that man arrested. I'm just going to be honest about it. I want him arrested. But, that is what it is. Now, fellas, in terms of these predictions we got coming up, okay? Talk to me about these NBA predictions. Who do y'all think makes the play-in? Who do y'all think makes the playoffs? Who do y'all think is on the outside looking in this year?
All right, we can go ahead and run through this real quick, and I'm gonna write these down for future reference. In the Eastern
Right now.
Conference, number 1 seed, I got Boston.
Okay.
Number 2 seed, I got Milwaukee. Number 3 seed, I got Cleveland. Number 4 seed, I got Orlando.
Right.
Number 5 seed, I got New York. Number 6 seed, I got Philadelphia. Number 7 seed, I got the Heat. Number 8 seed, I got the Pacers.
Okay.
Number 9 seed, I got what these boys at? God, the East is kind of buzz, bro. The East is kind of buzz. They got Raptors, they got the Knicks, they got the Heat.
You forgetting a critical team right now.
Am I?
Real disrespectful.
Orlando Magic.
Yeah, you been.
Orlando Magic.
Yeah.
Orlando
You want to say? You want to say? Wait,
I got Orlando at 4.
Wait.
Oh, you got Orlando at 4? My bad. I missed it.
Do y'all not remember last year? I was the only one that had Orlando as a top 4 seed.
Listen, my bad. I thought you missed Orlando Magic. My bad.
No,
my
I
bad,
didn't miss
my bad.
Orlando.
So who else is coming? Who else is coming?
I did my first 8 seeds. These
All
are
right, so run back to it one more time.
Number 1, Boston.
Okay.
Number 2, Milwaukee.
Yes.
Number 3, Cleveland.
Okay.
Number 4, Orlando.
Yes.
Number 5, New York.
Okay.
Number 6, Philly.
Okay.
Number 8, Miami.
Who's
number
number
7,
7?
Miami.
Okay.
Number 8, Indiana.
Okay, so no love for the Hawks?
The Hawks. I'm gonna put Atlanta at 9.
Okay.
They're definitely going to be a play-in team because that team goes as Trae Young goes, and Trae Young don't have the pieces that he needs in order to play to the best of his ability. He don't have great finishers inside. They gave him way more shooters this season, and that team plays a lot better in a pick-and-roll situation or when Trae Young is able to run the floor. Giving him a 6'9", soft French dude that's a pick-and-pop player to be his future number 2 option is not going to work well for Atlanta.
Yeesh. Okay.
And then number 10, all of these. You know what? Number 10, I'm going Charlotte.
Charlotte over Toronto.
I'm going Charlotte over Toronto.
What? Drug test him.
Did I tell you?
I think a
Whenever
team-
2 light-skinned people together, they doing something nefarious.
I think a team with a
She got
healthy.
him on
Don't put me in that.
She got him on psilocybin.
Don't put me in that.
She got him. Hey, listen. She got that man geeking off them elixirs. I know what's going on. You can't fool me.
No, I think a team with a
cannot
healthy
fool me.
LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller is enough to have a higher seed than Toronto.
Okay. I hear you. I'm not sure I agree, but I hear you.
All right, so look, now we going out west.
Okay.
No. Let us all.
Hold on. Let
Yeah,
Chris
go
get
ahead.
lead. Yeah, let Chris get lead.
Let me cook. Watch me cook. Watch me cook. I got the Celtics. Okay. Now, Guyton, yo dumbass, I'm gonna call you dumbass because you forgot who the hell the coach is for the Milwaukee Bucks. You forgot Doc Rivers is in Milwaukee.
Doc Rivers.
What do that got to do with the regular season? What do that got to do with the regular season?
I'm going New York Knicks because T is gonna run them starters in the ground, so they gonna win more games.
Absolutely.
I got the Knicks at 2.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now I got the Bucks at 3. Okay, so you weren't far off, but I mean, come on now, Doc Rivers in 2024.
What they got to do with the regular season?
Anyway, hey man, you got your opinion. At 4, I have the Pacers.
Okay.
At 5, I have the Orlando Magic. Okay. All right. At 6, I have the Philadelphia 76ers. Okay. You track what I'm putting down?
I'm here. I'm
At
writing
7,
everything down.
now here when it gets up, I got the Miami Heat, and I wish they wouldn't be there, but I just don't think they take the regular season serious enough. Right?
Agreed.
Right. At 8, this is where you get to the nitty gritty. I have the Atlanta Hawks at 8.
Okay.
At 9, I have the Cleveland Cavaliers.
You got Cleveland.
No, I
at
already
9?
have the Cavaliers.
No,
Yeah.
you ain't said the
You
Cavs
said-
yet.
No. Oh no, my bad. Move everybody down after 7. Put Cleveland at 7. The Heat at 8.
That's interesting.
My bad,
Cleveland
my
at
bad,
7
my
is
bad.
interesting.
I thought I said the Cavs. Only because I don't think Donovan Mitchell want to be there. I don't think he want to be there.
Okay, that's a fair reason. That's fair reason.
And to round out my 10, I'm gonna go Raptors because I see the vision with the Hornets, but LaMelo got glass in his ankles. Okay,
That's facts.
I ain't buying.
He spent all his VC on tattoos. He didn't spend none on health. He didn't spend no VC on health. We got to get you together. I'm going to tell you this much. My 10, we're going to keep it real, plain, simple, and easy. Number 1, Boston Celtics. Obvious reasons. They look like the best team in the NBA by a mile. Number 2, I got the Cleveland Cavaliers. Don't get me wrong. There is the aspect of defense. Okay, all right. You can choke if you want to. But I'm telling you, I think the D-Mitch and them boys in the regular season get it done at a very, very high level. Number 3, I have the New York Knicks because they are going to play them boys into the dirt. They are going to play those starters into the dirt. Number 4, I got the Miami Heat because I think the Heat are actually going to start to realize, like, hey, we got to lock in and stop being in the play-in every year. Like, this is killing us. We would have a shot if we not in the play-in every year. So that's 1 through 4, correct?
Yep, you got 1 through 4.
5, give me them Orlando Magic. At number 6,
y'all got that in consensus. Yeah.
No, I got Orlando at 4.
At number 6, give me those Indiana Pacers, please. And as my first play-in team, who is going to kill themselves and not make it deep in the playoff because they think that they can just turn on any moment, the Philadelphia 76ers. Have I said the Milwaukee Bucks yet? Have I dropped the Bucks in here yet? Okay, the Bucks are going to be an 8 seed. You think that's going
to be for health reasons or they just going to play bad?
Health, and they don't like each other. They do not like each other, and it is very clear. It is becoming more and more clear.
Dame and Giannis do not get along.
That's what it's becoming very clear every time I watch them play together. It's like the exact opposite of what Sexy Red was.
But 8 when you got 2.
Okay, I'm telling you. Here's the thing. They should be the 2 seed. Their ceiling is absolutely the 2 seed. I wouldn't be surprised. But I think they could drop as low as 8. So I'm gonna get spicy and say they're gonna be 8. Number 9, give me those Toronto Raptors. And here's where y'all gonna say I'm off my rocker because y'all know who I'm gonna put at number 10. Y'all know what I'm gonna do.
You did it last year. You ain't learned nothing.
I learned nothing by Detroit Pistons at 10. They're going to make the play-in and get eliminated first round. They're going to make the play-in, but they're not going to win a game.
You ain't learned nothing, Gibbs. I'm ashamed.
You know what I did learn? That Monty Williams ain't about shit. That's what I learned from last year. That's what I learned. Anywho. All right, Guyton, give me the West. Actually, Chris, we're going to let you start off on the West. Give us your West.
Ooh, this one is spicy.
Talk to me.
All right. This is tough in the West, man. Number 1 seed, I'm going to have to go to Oklahoma City Thunder. Okay?
Yeah.
Reason being is because they going to try really hard and they're a young team. They got the legs to do that, right? Number two. I'm going to go Dallas Mavericks. Here's why. I think Luka and Kyrie learned from the sins of the past that I think they realized that they cannot play around the regular season because they develop bad habits. And I think the reason why they got embarrassed by the Celtics is because of their bad habits. 3, I'm going to go Denver Nuggets. Nikola Jokic during the regular season doesn't need all the help in the world because it's the regular season. Mm-hmm. Now, those 3 teams, interchangeable, obviously, they can go anyway, right? 4.
Yep.
4. Here's where it gets dicey at. I'm going to go Sacramento Kings.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
Because they added Debo and De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis should be in the peak of their primes right now. I'm going to put them at 4. At 5. I'm going to have to go Ant-Man and the Timberwolves. This was tough for me. Here I wanted to go Lakers, but I think Ant-Man and the Timberwolves figure it out down the stretch. And they're not going to be as good as they were last year, but I think that Ant-Man is enough to carry you through the regular season.
That's fair.
6, I'm gonna go Lakers. Even though the Lakers are one AD or LeBron injury away from being a play-in team, I'm gonna go 6. Currently constructed, they have the 6th best team on the East to me. 7. I'm gonna have to go Pelicans only because Zion Williamson shut me the F up that last game he played. If you give me that Zion, and he lost a ton of weight this year, you give me that Zion night in, night out, I think that team should be a top 3 seed in the West right now because they added DeJounte Murray. They have a true point guard now next to Zion. Okay. 8. I'm going to go Houston Rockets, baby. At 8. They looked good at the end of last year. They barely missed out. They looked real good. And I just don't have faith in the Warriors anymore.
So I'm getting told I've learned nothing, and this man get to believe in the Rockets unchecked. This man gets
Hey, listen. I got them in the 8th seed. The Rockets this year. Did you not see Fingoon last night?
Hey, Gibbs. The Rockets is going to have at least 20 more wins than the Pistons this season.
What you want to bet?
At least.
What you want to bet?
Rockets going to have at least 20 more wins than the Pistons this season, bro.
What y'all boys want to put on? What y'all boys want to put on? What y'all
Gibbs. I got it. If the Rockets have at least 17 and a half more wins than the Pistons, you got
no. Y'all said 20.
Listen.
Y'all said 20.
Listen.
That's tomato.
You
20 ball. 20 ball up. 20 ball up.
Testing my gangster.
I'm testing my gangster.
Win 20 more games than the Pistons. If they win 20 more games than the Pistons, you have to come on air to start the show and create an Arby's ad on why you love Arby's.
Deal. For sure.
Okay. Now, if they don't, what me and Guyton got to do if they don't?
Oh, I need a 50 apiece.
And I'm not cutting off all here.
I need 50 apiece from both of y'all. I need 50. As a matter of fact, I'll be generous. 25 apiece. 25 apiece for disrespecting my Pistons. 25 apiece. Y'all, hey, everybody in the crowd is here. 25 apiece, or I'll make an ad for Arby's, and I'll give y'all 25 apiece. I'll give y'all both 25 apiece as well. But hey, Chris, by the way, y'all got to do a random ad read of my choosing. I'm gonna get one from my Locked On Podcast Network. I'm not gonna tell you what company. I'm just gonna drop the ad on you and say, read this for me.
That's cool.
All right, let's do it.
All right, you got 2 more. You got your 9 to 10 seed, Chris.
Okay, now.
Man said 20 more wins.
Now here's why. I think they're one injury away.
I agree. They roster is better. 20 games better is crazy. 20 games better is crazy, bro.
All right.
That's a quarter of the season.
I'm aware. I am well aware.
Proceed.
I got the Memphis Grizzlies at 9. Okay. Only reason why is because I really looked at this hard yesterday because I was like, we're gonna do predictions before the show today. Historically speaking, Ja Morant only had one healthy season. Historically speaking, he's missed over 17 plus games every other season than one season, and that team without Ja Morant is just as bad as the Pistons. Jaren Jackson and Cade Cunningham cancel out. Everybody else is interchangeable. On that team. And don't give me that Marcus Smart shit because he's terrible. All right. And then the 10 seed, because I don't think Kawhi gonna play basketball this year, I'm going with the Utah Jazz. I know the Clippers is the easy one for the 10 seed, but I don't think Kawhi's gonna play basketball this year. I honestly think Kawhi's gonna hold out. He got it too because Paul George left. That was his guy. I'm going Utah Jazz because Larry Marketing is looking like a demigod 2K build right now. Like Larry Marketing is hoping. That brother went to Utah and he heard Sada Baby lyrics and said, "Oh, he talking about me. I gotta hoop.
Yeah.
I gotta hoop.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna make this straight, plain and simple, guy. And I'm gonna let you finish this thing off.
Yeah.
I got OKC as my 1 seed. I got Dallas as my 2 seed. Give me the Nuggets as my 3 seed. Give me the Suns as my. Wait, no. I want the Lakers.
Ooh, I forgot the Suns. Ooh.
Give me the Lakers as my 4. Give me the Suns as my 5. Give me the Grizzlies at 6. Give me the Kings. No, give me the Pels at 7. Give me the Kings at 8. Give me the Warriors at 9. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. I got Oklahoma City in there. I got Dallas in there. I got Denver in there.
You forgetting Minnesota.
Oh, Minnesota's 10. Yeah, Minnesota's going to be 10. I'm comfortable with Minnesota.
I gotta make it a minute.
Randall, just to swap with Randall and Cat to push them to 10.
They got that much worse. Here's the thing. I very genuinely I'm a very genuine believer in I don't know everything, and there are plenty of things that exist outside of my knowledge.
Yeah.
One thing that I do know, Ant is a good 3-point shooter. He is much better when he has everything open.
Agreed.
Cat being on that court opened everything up, because if Cat decided, let me take 2 steps back, I can hit this 25-footer, you had to respect it.
Agreed.
I'm not respecting Rudy Francois Gobert at 25 feet. I'm not if Julius Randle wants every open 3 that he can get, have at it. Have fun. My brother in Christ, inshallah, may that shot be your best. I don't believe you. You need more people. The Minnesota Timberwolves will be the 10th seed, and that's all there is to it.
I gotta make an amendment. Hold on. I gotta make one amendment real quick. I'm sorry. I forgot. I thought I said the Suns. I'm gonna put the Suns at 7 and slide everybody down, and now the Jazz are out of it.
Where did I put the Grizzlies at?
You put the Grizzlies at 6.
Okay, yeah, I believe in them at 6. I think Ja got something to prove. He gonna come out guns blazing, all pun intended.
Yeah, he is. He is until his knee go out.
Our top 3s are almost the same. I'm just swapping 2. Number 1, I got OKC. Number 2, I got Denver. Number 3, I got Dallas. Number 4, I got Minnesota. Now, I think Minnesota is a team that's going to be out in the first round of the playoffs, because regular season basketball don't translate to playoff basketball. And just based off of yesterday, I can tell most of this season, Minnesota's offense is going to be let Anthony Edwards do what he wants. Anthony Edwards is a great player, but that's not going to work in the 2024-25 NBA season, especially in the Western Conference. Number 5, I got Phoenix. I think Phoenix is going to be an exponentially better team than last year, because Mike Budenholzer turns every team that he has around in that first season. Phoenix was top 10 in offense and defense last year. And what is one thing that the NBA is all about in the what is the one thing that the NBA is all about in the current day and age? We just saw Boston do it the first game of the season.
Oh, 3-point shooting, pace and space.
Phoenix had a good season last year, was top 10 in offense, and they were dead last in 3-point attempts. If we know one thing about Mike Budenholzer, he gonna have them boys shooting some threes. And last year, I said 3 separate times on this show, Phoenix would be a much better team if they went and got them a facilitator, and they don't have the money to do so. So they should go to Washington, and they should go get Tyus Jones, because he has the second best assist to turnover ratio in the league, and you can get him on a mid-level exception. And that's exactly what they did. Number 6, I got the Lakers. Number 7, I got Sacramento. Number 8, I got Memphis. Number 9, I got Golden State. And number 10, I got Houston.
Okay, what's with the Sacramento disrespect from both of y'all? Did they not get better this offseason?
They did get better. So did the rest of the Western Conference.
I don't think that they got better enough for me to say, hey, they're comfortably in. But also, I don't think it's disrespect so much as there is, if I had to rank these teams and say, what's the groupings? I would say 1 through 3 are in a group of their own. 4 through 8 are all interchangeable for me in the West. 4 through 8 or 9, I'm hey,
when you put
any of y'all can end up anywhere in this group, depending on 1 or 2 things in a way that's not.
You could also make the argument that out of the teams that we name making the playoffs, with the exception of maybe the Lakers, Sacramento also might have the worst spacing when they went and got DeMar DeRozan. They got Kevin Huerter, who's a knockdown shooter, and you got Keegan Murray, who's iffy, but at the same time, you're playing him in a 4 in a Western Conference. You playing him in a 4 in a Western Conference where there's a lot of bigs playing a 4 in the West that can put Keegan Murray in a bucket every time. And I would much rather have somebody that can play offense the way the Western Conference plays offense, as opposed to how Keegan Murray plays defense.
Yeah. For me, the Kings are the Kings, and they'll always be the Kings. I'm sorry. I can't never give too much love to the Kings. I can't do it. You know what I mean? Like, even when we want them to be good, even when you are being good, the NBA don't want you to be good. So you just got to live with that.
Also, how New Orleans?
Who is y'all?
Because Zion is gonna be healthy this year. I'm praying.
I mean,
and he has to be.
You got New Orleans making a play. Both of y'all got New Orleans making a play in. I don't have them sniffing the playoffs.
Herbert Jones is the most underrated player in the NBA.
I agree. Herbert Jones is by far the most underrated player in the NBA.
And so, with that being said, I think that his impact is going to be felt in a massive way. Zion wins most improved player, and they find a way. They find a way. I think they find a way.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this.
DeJounte Murray gonna be the reason that team doesn't have success. DeJounte Murray, I think he's a chemistry killer. And you talking about a player who came out on public record and said that I'm finally able to play my natural position and I can get up my shot attempts to help my team. Atlanta arguably had the most disappointing season in the NBA last season. DeJounte Murray attempted 1.5 more field goals a game than Trae Young.
I mean, listen, I think he learned from that mistake. I think he learned from it. And also,
listen.
I'm going to say this. They know good and damn well where that bread is buttered. You can't lie to yourself if you are DeJounte Murray and say, hey, my team is better with me shooting a ton of shots. I don't think he's that delusional.
Listen. Let me tell you why I'm high on the Pelicans. Because Herbert Jones took Mikal Bridges' powers. That's where they went. They went to Herbert Jones. So all that we thought Mikal was,
man, that's what Herbert Jones did. He hit it with the Space Jam.
That's why I'm high on him. That's why. If he becomes their fourth option, you got Zion, DeJounte, and McCollum still off the bench, and Brandon Ingram. Come on now, that team is deep. You got Herb Jones. Come on,
Jose Alvarado, who is one of the most unselfish players in the league. One of the most. He just, whatever the hell that team needs him to do, he just does it. He goes out there, don't ask no questions, he does it. I think that this team is primed to make the play-in, not the playoff, but I think they're primed to make the play-in until they get a little bit further along. So that's just my opinion. But anywho, I'm gonna be so excited to make y'all read this ad read because y'all gonna be so embarrassed. It's the most embarrassing ad read.
Might only get 30 wins this year, bro. Not even.
And you think the Rockets are gonna get 50? You think the Rockets are gonna get 50?
Everybody in the West almost had 50.
Okay, all right, we'll see.
They had 24 more wins than the Pistons last season.
And the Pistons
get more. Seagoon missed the last 32 games, and they still have 41 wins.
The Pistons had a coach that was playing a player that is out of the NBA. That boy is balling in Switzerland. Had him playing over a top 10 pick. And you're telling me that the Pistons didn't do addition by subtraction. You know something I saw from the Pistons that I have not seen in a while? Everybody looked like they were having damn fun in the preseason. Kane Cunningham was turned into Master Uguay last year when they're trying to embrace losing and move on. The journey is not in winning. The journey is in the journey. What the hell are you talking about, Kane? Win us a basketball game. I'm telling you right now. I am telling you right now. Those Pistons are going to sneak out about 40 wins. And I don't think that we're going to see 60 from the Nuggets. I think they get in that 39 to 41 range. I don't think that the Rockets win 60. So I'm going to enjoy my money that I'm not going to be spending at Arby's. And I'm going to enjoy hearing you two read about early male pattern baldness. And Chris, I don't know what I want you to read, but it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I got something for y'all ass. I got something for you. I know y'all tired of us talking about Arby's and talking about the NBA and talking about all things. We're going to get to the NFL next time, I promise. But come on back next week and the week after that and the week after that. Peace and love, y'all.